Mel, more important minutes for your side tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, pre-season's all about the balance of the players, getting them all minutes, so everyone has an equal share of minutes and fitness levels. So the whole team, really, the whole 22 players are at the same level. So good for the game tonight. Started 11. They played a good 70, 80 minutes, most of them. And the ones who didn't were in this afternoon and did an hour's training this afternoon in the heat. So everyone got to work out today. It's
beginning to ramp up now, isn't it? With just about a week to go, it's more and more minutes are clicking by.
Yeah, the excitement's ramping up. And yes, it gets down to the business end of the pre-season now, where we're starting to look at, obviously, selection starting to be thought about, players doing certain things, the set pieces, whatever it may be we're working on, starting to look at it in this, and they're given jobs to do, specific jobs to do. And yeah, we can analyse it and see how they're getting on with it in pre-season.
What did you make of the performance tonight?
I thought it was a good performance. Both teams played well. I mean, they played very, very well. Solid, had a goal threat. And I thought our lads did very well against them. We moved the ball well, played forward when we needed to, passed the ball well, kept the ball well, and ultimately, got an unbelievable goal, a fantastic goal for the young lad. I'm really, really pleased for Dylan. Great goal, individual. What they do class as an individual goal, and definitely an individual goal. So, a good workout for everybody.
You mentioned there that you're starting to look at who's going to be in that starting lineup. Dylan, he's done well, hasn't he, in the last few games?
Yeah, Dylan's great. He's a young boy. He's learning his trade. I think it also helps having players like your Joe Masons around him, your Kieran Agards and Jordans. Those sort of players around him help him. He listens, he learns. He's a keen lad. He's got pace, trickery. He's done very, very well, and certainly made the staff to sit up and take notice.
Well, these are the sort of games that he needs to, isn't it? He might not get many shakes in the league, but if he comes here and impresses, he becomes part of your mindset.
Definitely. I mean, we've got a smaller squad this year, so we've got more quality, I think, than we had last year, but less players. And it means that a couple of injuries, and the young lads are in and around it. And we've got some good young lads this year, and Dylan fits into that category as a good young lad who's going to be in and around it.
Minutes as well for Laurie Walker. It must have been nice for him to come back to his former club and come out and get the applause.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it was good of Stewie. Stewie agreed to Stewie and Nico are down to play 90 minutes each the next two games, and Stewie said he was happy to let that happen. And I think it was nice for Laurie. He's a good keeper. He trains well, pushes the lads very, very hard. He works hard himself, and I think it was a nice gesture that Paul and we did for him. So no, good. Ben
Reeves, we know that Paul was saying last week that there's probably not an offer on the table for him, but he came on again today, and it's still just training with you?
Yes, yeah. I mean, we're the sort of club. We've had Troy Brown in training with us. He hadn't got anywhere to train. His club wouldn't let him train with them, so he came and trained with us. And Ben's the same. He needs to train and keep fit while he's looking for a club, and so we're the sort of club and sort of staff that I think that will help players, particularly when they've got an affinity to either us as a group or the club itself. And yeah, we're helping Ben out as much as we can, and it helps us as well.
And good to see Bailey Cargill back as well, because it's been a long time, hasn't it?
It's great to see Bailey back. Yeah, great to see Bailey back. Another good player, another quality player we've got. With all the injury we had last season, we had 6 or 7 centre halves out. We missed Bailey, and we missed all the centre halves, and it's great to have him back. And it's just Jordan Moore-Taylor now on the road to recovery, and then we've got a full complement of centre halves,
which will be a relief for you, I'm sure.
It'll be great, and it'll be great to see Jordan back as well, and great to see Bales back tonight. And 10 minutes for him was unexpected. He wasn't expecting to be involved tonight. We sort of dropped that in on him a little bit. So, no, good. And let's hope there's no reaction, and that he continues his growth and back into the team.
Northampton on Friday. Is this, we assume, the last we'll see of the major first teamers before the season now?
Potentially, never say never. Again, it'll depend who needs minutes, where they are fitness-wise, and our assessment after the Northampton game. But the Northampton games, we see both these last two games as tonight and Friday as big games for us in our preparation for the very first game of the season.
Does it provide a different test than Northampton being a league side?
I think a different test. We know what we're going to get with Northampton. It's a different style of football to what they play here. So I wouldn't say it's any better quality test, but it's certainly a test of a different style of football. So we're looking forward to it.
And Keith Curl, obviously someone you've come up against plenty of times before.
Yes, yeah, we've come up against him a lot of times, obviously with Exeter many times, and last season as well. Yes, I mean he'll have them very competitive. He'll have them very organised, very structured. They'll get the ball into your box, they'll cause you problems, and they'll defend very, very well. They'll be a good side. I actually expect them to do quite well in League Two next season.